Hey all, this is Rick Keys. Hey all, this is Rick Keys, and this is the the authentic Rick Keys, and we are here in Ojai, California. Hey, that gray shirt kind of actually matches my gray hair pretty good. But anyway, we are here. I'm a little late on my show. I've been, uh, there's a little lady in my life that I've spent some time with, just to let you know. But anyway, and she's very cute and very nice. So, but what else? So, my show is a little behind. Normally, I like to have my show done by Saturday or Sunday. It is Tuesday, but it is finishing today. Give me a break. I'm not making a ton of money off this show. However, I could be making a ton of money, especially for my fans in India. If you subscribe to my show, I think there's 1.6 billion people that live in India. So if you can kind of spread the word to all your friends from Mumbai to New Delhi, we could probably get enough numbers for me to actually make some money and come and visit you guys in India. So, but anyway, so this is the Rick Keys Music Caravan, and we're going to be starting off with some music that I found at the thrift store. So this is Otis Taylor, and it's called Double V. It could be double five. And from there, we're going to jump into a local, Mr. Chicken Bone Slim. He's from San Diego County somewhere. And his album actually made it to my Rick Keys Music Caravan Top Blues albums for 2023 because he was local and it was pretty darn good. Chicken Bone Slim. All right, what else are you going to hear? Oh, I found this one also at the thrift store. It's called Atlantic Blues Piano. So it's primarily blues and legendary blues piano players on there, Atlantic Blues. And from there, you're going to hear a song from Jack Dupree because Jack Dupree is on here for 3 songs. So you're going to hear those 3. And that's going to lead to next week because none of those 3 songs are on here. We're going to do Champion Jack Dupree next week for a lengthy show. And I always like to throw in some dance music. So Salsa Around the World. You're going to hear a cool one in there. Get you up and dancing. Now here's a release from 2021. Deb Ryder, love Deb Ryder. She had a release called Memphis Moonlight, and it made it to my Rick Keys Music Caravan Top Blues Albums 2021. Not easy to say, but I've got it down pretty well now. So there's Deb Ryder writing on the moon. Here's an interesting one. So Chris O'Leary, he's got a new release called The Hard Line. And in case you didn't know, Chris O'Leary is a new artist to the Alligator record label. He's a former Marine, actually served active duty in Iraq during one of those wars. He's got a release called The Hard Line, and it came out in when? I think it came out in 2024. But anyway, it made it to one of my top blues albums also for 2024, I believe. You can see he signed it there for me. And I'm actually going to see Chris O'Leary at the Humphreys Backstage in San Diego, California, and it's in September. I believe it's a Wednesday. Not sure of the day, you need to check, but I believe it's September 17th on a Wednesday at Humphreys Backstage. Chris O'Leary, he's really great. I think you'll like him. And here's a new release. It hasn't made it to the RMR chart yet, but it will. It's Devin Allman, and it's called The Blues Summit. So you can see those green dots. Means that one of those songs has made it to my Rick Keys Music Caravan Top Blues Songs for 2025. You'll probably hear that one on my playlist this week. And here's a new one from a gentleman named Kirk Fletcher. And it says, "Keep on pushing." Okay, so let's take a little break there before we go on the RMR chart, see what's going on here in Ojai, California. Okay, what do I see going on there? Look, get that up now. Production. Don't spill everything. Screw everything up. Cord. All right, production. I think you guys are kind of used to this. Stop. All right, so anyway, going back here to Ojai, pretty good waves here in Ojai, California. And you can see there's me keys. Mickey's got his ice cream glasses on and his wetsuit. Still, it doesn't need it; it's warm. But he's out there surfing in one of the big waves here, and side. And he's actually taking one of the. Can you see that little feller up there? Let me see. We can see him. Oh, you can see my head. Oh, okay. Oh, there he is. All right. He's on the tip of the surfboard, basically, and that's why I need a production staff. All right, so that's Mickey's, and Mickey's is one of the proud owners of the Kindness Matters Motel, which is here in Ojai, California, and the Tiki Bar is upstairs, so you get a view of the ocean from the Tiki Bar at in side. So the Tiki Bar is at the Kindness Matters Motel, owned by Me Keys. And so over here we still got Peace Keys. He hasn't left town. Peace Keys came in from somewhere, and he's a non-binary. We're not really sure what the thing is, but Peace Keys came into town with his peace symbols and a surfboard and his guitar, and he's basically holding the sign for the summer party here at the Kindness Matters and the Tiki Bar. And above there, we got a couple old pals up there. We've got X Keys, the savior of the savior of side, and the savior of, I guess, California, and the savior of the United States, but not the savior of the world, because that would be Jesus Christ. And next to X Keys, did I mention X Keys is non-binary? Also, not sure if the thing is a Twitter bird, airplane, or an insect. And there's the sun. That's Sun Keys, just hanging around. And then what do we got over here? Oh, we are getting some new deliveries here to town. You can see a truck coming in. Can I get close up with it? Oh no, it's a delivery of fireworks. So apparently, Me Keys. I don't know if It Keys is going to be back. I'm worried about It Keys. It Keys was last seen surfing, leaving California, but he was heading to Paris, France. So haven't heard from him. We'll see if we hear from him. Hopefully, he's still alive. But anyway, so the two owners of the Kindness Matter motels were It Keys and Me Keys. So we're going to have a end of the summer party at the Kindness Matters Motel. So the We Keys family are bringing in some more fireworks. There's a beautiful sunset in Ojai, California, and the very famous Tiki Bar in Ojai, California, where I spend a lot of time. So I spent a lot of time on that one, but if you're a regular, you're like pissing your pants, I bet, especially that Ken guy, Ken L. I can't say his last name. He's got the real hot girlfriend. No, it's his wife now. So Ken. All right. So here we go. Let's continue. And we did do that. Yes, we did. All right. So RMR chart. That's the Roots Music Report chart. Basically, blues DJs. We'll focus on that. Blues DJs, satellite workers, radio workers, on-air personalities, and internationally known on-air personalities like myself, Rick Keys. We send our playlists to record labels and promoters so the artists know that their music's getting played. So at number 44 on the RMR chart, this for last week, it's Mercedes, Nicole, and Too High a Price to Pay. Number 44. At number 42, I just saw these guys, Southern Avenue. They're way better than number 42. They were at number 1 at one point, but I would say they're going to, well, it actually made it to my Rick Keys Music Caravan top blues albums for 2025. And there's a couple songs that made it in there too. And I actually saw them at the Coach House in San Juan Capistrano. And I got a lot of great videos. Those are going to be on the playlist too. So keep an eye out for those. Southern Avenue. What did I say? Number 42 currently. 42. Here's one of their previous ones, which is really good too. Southern Avenue, Keep On. So it's three sisters and the husband of one of the sisters. And at number 41, we got Aki Kumar. Aki Kumar is from India. My friend's out in India. However, I don't have his actual CD. I just know he's on the RMR chart, but you will see it on my playlist. You just won't see the album. So next is number 30, Johnny Rawls, Make Them Dance. These are all music or CDs that came out in 2025. Johnny Rawls. At number 26, we got John Primer. Grown in Mississippi, John Primer. At number 21, Long Tall Deb and Colin John. Light It Up. And then there's kind of a gap between, seriously, there's a gap between 21 and 1. All right. So most of my top ones are Alligator record labels, and then I got Roof Records, I have Biztone Records. So those they're oftentimes in the top, and I have a real cool promoter named Frank that gets me some music that's always in the top. But all the others, promoters and record labels out there, obviously they've never heard of the internationally known Rick Keys Music Caravan on Blue Shoe on YouTube, sporting some 56,000 subscribers, and most of those from that wonderful country called India and their neighbors, Bangladesh and Pakistan, Indonesia, and who else? Oh, Vietnam, Philippines, Nepal. So the world loves me. I'm trying to get the people in the United States to love me too. Also, I would like the record labels that to actually send me their new artists, so I have more music to play. So anyway, that's the deal. So you know how to listen now. You go to Rick Keys. Oh, by the way, if you are a blues artist and you have a new release, send me a CD. If you want to know how to get a hold of me, you'll figure it out. Go to Facebook, do something. But anyway, tell your promoter, tell your record label you want Rick Keys to get your new release, so you could possibly be entitled to be on Rick Keys Music Caravan Top Blues Albums for 2025. I'm still looking, but the only way I get to play your music is if I get a CD. I don't do downloads. So artists out there, wake up, because YouTube is the place to be for blues music. So anyway, get Rick Keys Music Caravan. That's how you spell it again. Rick Keys Music Caravan on YouTube. You subscribe. Once you subscribe, there's a bell. Press that bell. That brings my show and all my family members in Ojai, California, into your beautiful lives on a regular basis. And thumbs, press that. That helps spread the good news of Rick Keys Music Caravan from Ojai to Karachi to Mumbai and back. And then like, dislike, make sure you like it. If you are very, very left-wing liberal, you're probably not going to like my show, so your vote doesn't count. But anyway, everyone else like it. And then what else you can do? Oh, you can also get my show, Rick Keys Music Caravan Blues Show, on Facebook. So stay tuned. Lots of great music coming up for you.